you're welcome to Omashone, and I am welcoming you specially to Thriving at Work and Home with Omashone. Okay, so are you ready to turn that nerve-wracking salary chat into your secret superpower? Yes, so today we are unpacking salary negotiation and compensation strategies so you can advocate for what you deserve confidently and collaboratively. If this sounds cool, I think the best thing you're going to do is to stay glued to your device till the whole show is done. Don't go nowhere because I have a whole lot to give to you. And to start with, why should it even matter? Why does salary negotiation, why does it matter? Isn't it enough? Oh, pay me this, pay me that, and we're done? No. Negotiation isn't just about haggling over a number. Oh, give me $500,000, give me a 200K per month or whatever. No, that's not it. It's actually preparation, strategy, and seeing the whole compensation package. That is your base salary, bonuses, equity, perks, even professional development stipends. You need all of this. Use frameworks like BATNA, that is your best alternative to a negotiated agreement, and ACORIN plus a collaborative or problem-solving mindset. And then you maximize both your pay and long-term satisfaction. Some people get job offers and they go to church to do Thanksgiving. Praise the Lord! Hallelujah! I got a job and they prefer to pay me like this and that. Before you know it, my bro and my sister, 1 year down the line, your face will be like rain that's about to fall. You've lost job satisfaction. You are no more motivated. But if you put on all of these that I'm going to give to you today into consideration and you follow these steps, you're going to stay as long as you want at any place you find yourself, that is at your job, until you really have genuine reason to leave. You're getting it? Now, let's go on to preparing for negotiation. The first thing to do is research and know the markets. Know your market. Pull benchmark from Glassdoor, for instance, PayScale, Industry Report, and if you're in Nigeria, because most of our data are not really out there, ask friends, join WhatsApp groups, join Telegram groups. For example, if you're a teacher, there are several Telegram groups for teachers, even bankers, and just name it. All the professions, there are Telegram groups whereby information are shared, right? So just ask, get to know, compare role, compare location. For example, if you are teaching English language in Abuja, you don't expect to earn the same as someone that is teaching English language in Delta State. You should be earning more. Right? I remember back then in Delta State, my salary then was, I think, 2 student school fees price for a term. But no school in Abuja will pay a teacher the school fee of a student for a month. No, so even some schools don't even pay those ones, maybe calculate it, maybe like 2 or 3 students for a whole year. That's what for a term. For a term, that means that a student's school fees can actually take you for more than your year pay. You understand? So that's by the way. You understand? So what I'm saying now is that just compare your price. So when you've done your market properly, you need to negotiate above the average to keep the pace. Okay, what is this bank paying? What is this one paying? What is that one paying? You look at all of them. Then raise the bar. If you have your skills already, you shouldn't be scared to ask for people to pay for it. Okay? Yes, very, very important. Then the next thing is for you to know your partner. Like I mentioned before, your partner is your best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Define your worth. List your top achievements, certifications, impact metrics. Then calculate your partner. That is the offer you walk away to. So you know your reservation points and never settle below your minimum. Okay, maybe where you're working at, for instance, pays you maybe 400,000, for example, and you're going for an interview where the person offers to pay you 450. You may want to say, okay, I don't think there's anything so important here for me to believe, so let me just stay where I am. You may find out that where you are at is actually a better alternative to the place you're going to. So here you are working at may be your partner. Now, the final thing to do is set a clear salary range. That is anchoring between 10 to 25% above your target to leave room for give and take. You're going for an interview, you think, okay, at the end of the day, I don't want to go below 300,000. Okay, so at that point, you could tell the employer that you're looking forward to maybe 400 or 380. So push back, push forward. At the end of the day, you might see yourself landing at 320, and at that point, you are even above your target. But if you shoot at the target, okay, I need 300, I can assure you that it's only on rare occasion that you can get that same amount, because there's the tendency for the employer to beat it down to something lower. When you're done there, you list your non-salary priorities. For example, remote days, extra PTO, that is paid time off, your development fund, and rank them. For example, if you're a teacher, you should think about the things you need to work efficiently. For example, if I'm going for an interview, I factor in my cost of data. I don't joke with it. Like, I can't work without having to give my student timely information, current, most updated information. I always make sure of that. So as I'm making my negotiations, I am factoring all those stuff into it. The money I will use to get some certification from any of these vendors and institutions, I'm always looking into all that. So you bring all them into it so that you don't walk into the job and you walk out of it. It doesn't speak well of you. Okay? So when you do all this, you rank them. That way you can trade pegs when the number stores. That is number based, the base number stores. For example, okay, let's assume where you're working at, you have been paid 400 and no CPD given. You don't have a PTO. You don't have remote days. You're always on ground. You work extra hours, and the place you're going to, they're going to pay you 450, and the difference is just 50,000, which is quite negligible. But there you have PTOs, you have development fund, you have other perks, maybe even apartments given. So by the time you calculate all those, you discover that the extra package you have isn't 450,000, but maybe somewhere within the neighborhood of 600, if not more, per month. At that point, you can say, okay, let me go for this. Now, let's talk about effective negotiation tactics. The first I want to talk about is anchoring high. When it comes to negotiation, when the time comes, you've satisfied everything, because before they will call you to the negotiation table, you must have written their test, you must have passed everything, because the negotiation is the last of all the steps. So what you do, anchor eye, open with your research-backed number. This one sets the conversation reference point. Then frame around mutual gain. You should look at, as you're looking at everything, look at your employer's point and look at it from your own view too. You should look at the level of impact. Here's how I'll deliver ROI for the team. This is what I can do. You can always leverage on your past record. For example, you can say, oh, the last set of students I graduated, I had 98% pass rate, or I had 100% pass rate, and I can replicate that here. And mind you, I did that within this and this. That's for the teachers. Let them know what you have to deliver. Or you are a marketer, maybe you are a realtor. You can say, oh, this is what I did, this is what I did, and you understand. So always bring all that to come to play. And the next thing is be collaborative. Use the collaborative approach. Don't let it be like it is me versus them. Skip the combative tone. Use interest-based question like, how can we bridge the gap between my compensation needs and the budget? This is your budget, okay? I understand. So how do we do this? Is there anything we can do about it? Express gratitude, like, oh, it is actually nice you wish to offer me this, but I think we can do it this way. What if we do it this way? Like, you're suggesting solution to them, not like, oh, me versus you, throw the blow, I'm smarter than you, you're smarter than me. No, that's not about it. So you explore multiple package options side by side. After all of this, there may be times you get to a pushback. If you hit pushback, ask for data. That is, could you share the salary band for this role? Okay, you said that, okay, you want to be paid 5 million per annum. And say, wow, that's too much. Think we could give you 4. And you think you could actually get 4.5. And then you're looking at, okay, fine, okay. This job, what is the range? What is your pay range for it? Then when they've given you the pay range, you may want to calibrate with fresh benchmark. Now, if they still go under your bottom line, restate your walkaway point and pivot on non-salary enhancement. Let's go on now to talk about negotiating total compensation. Because beyond the base salary, there's still more. So don't stop at the base pay. Scrutinize bonus structures, signing bonuses, performance incentive, nail down exact metrics and vest schedules so there is zero ambiguity later. Let me use teaching as an instance. You could ask, if at the end of an academic year, I delivered all my students on a pass rate of A to C, what do I have in return? Do I have anything to motivate me? Let them say it, and they should put it in black and white. Then the next thing you should look at is there equity. You should clarify grant size, vesting timelines, and valuation assumptions. If salary wiggle room is tight, ask for accelerated vesting or extra units, and confirm if any bonuses are guaranteed or discretionary. Is it, or is it at your own discretion that you can give me this bonus? You should ask for all of this. You should also go on to think of perks, e.g. extra PTO, leave bonus, flexible hours. Okay, must I always show up at work at this time? Could I work from home? Could I have maybe tuition reimbursements? Do I have childcare stipend? If my wife puts to bed, do I have any time that I could go and check her maybe 2 weeks or 1 week even? Could I have that? And if I'm a woman, could I have maybe 3 months paid leave, maternity leave? These are things you should ask for. Even tax stipends or wellness allowance. You can ask for all these. This often costs the employer little, but usually boosts your work-life balance. When you do all of this, it gets easy. Now, the next thing we're going to do now is zooming in on specific fields. Let's start with teachers because I'm a teacher. If you're doing your negotiation, you should negotiate stipends for after-school programs, curriculum design, advanced creds. Look into all that. There are some schools, they would want to use you as much as they could. But then if you know what you're doing, you stand your ground and say, okay, after school program, extra prep and all that, after school lesson, especially for the terminal, the exam classes, like you ask for all this. These are things you should look out for because take it or leave it, especially if you're teaching in secondary school and you're teaching an exam class. There's no way you're not going to spend more than the usual time you spend in school. While every other person is going home, you are still at work, working and working. You factor all this into what you're doing. What about if you're a realtor or sales personnel? You could focus on commission split, overrides, lead gen support, cap versus uncapped models. You can look into that. Okay, for every sale I make, what do I have as commission? Do I have a maximum commission or I don't? That is cap versus uncapped. Like, okay, if you bring in customers, for every customer that brings in so amount, especially in the banking sector, that brings so amount of investment, you earn 50 or 5% of whatever profit they bring in. You earn 5%. And for some, it could be that you earn 5%, even if they bring $1 billion, you keep earning that 5%. While some will say, and that one is uncapped. While some will say, okay, you earn 5%, but to a maximum of 5 billion naira. So whatever you earn beyond that doesn't come to you anymore. So you need to look into all that. Now, what about if you are a health worker or civil servant? You may want to ask for shift differentials, certification premiums like ACL, PMP, and you could even check out for funded CE credits. What about bankers and financial staff? You could target sign-on bonuses, profit sharing, product incentive. Now, when you're done with all of this negotiation, congratulations, but that is not the end of it. You still have some more work to do. And what is that? Documenting an agreement. Once you've agreed, get everything in writing. Your salary, bonus target, benefit, title, start date. So there is no room for more mix-ups. No, there should be no room for mix-up or ambiguity. This is it and this is it. Should there be any argument, you refer back to the black and white. So you should get all that fixed. Now, you should also look out for building for future raises. Set performance milestone for your next review. Agree on a 6-month or 12-month compensation check-in tied to deliverables. Okay, this is amount I'm starting up with you now. After I've worked with you for 6 months and you see that I'm delivering on my job, don't you think I deserve a raise? Maybe like after 12 months? This should be there. After all of this, these are some of the action plans you can take. 1, Make your market research. Gather 3 benchmarks for your role and location. Then get the average and add to it 10 to 25% for your negotiation. Your value dossier. 1-page summary of your top 5 achievements. What have you achieved? What have you done before that warrant you to say, oh, pay me this, pay me that. I need this, I need that. Then you could also role play practice. Rehearse with a mentor or a coach. And I'm here for you too. Rehearse with someone, like a mock interview. And let's see how you will do. The next is your negotiation plan. Outline your range, your partner, that is your best alternative to negotiated agreement, and rank your pet lists. Then follow up. Send a concise thank you message, email, reiterating all agreed terms, but that may not be necessary sometimes, especially if you're in Nigeria. Not really necessary because some people can easily pick offense for no reason. Okay? So with rigorous prep, collaborative spirit, and ironclad documentation, you will turn each negotiation from nerve-wracker into a strategic win, boosting not just your pay, but your total reward and career satisfaction. Alright, my people, if this helped, why don't you hit the subscribe on YouTube and leave a review on the podcast and comment. What's your one peg you negotiate first? Grab your free salary negotiation checklist at www.omarshane.wordpress.com. Don't worry, I'll upgrade you to a top level domain soon. The link is in the description. Let's negotiate your next chapter together. Bye for now.